Welcome back to Let's Play Stasis. Last time, we had quite an adventure in screaming, and I should click this computer terminal before that screaming kills me. Oh goodness. Alcohol is being manufactured and distributed aboard the Groom Lake. Security has opted to take an approach of non-intervention, as its effect on morale will likely prevent theft and potential riots associated with limited rations. However, security will regularly confiscate quantities of alcohol to moderate the supply. Rations have arrived and been distributed. Very few reported or evidential cases of theft. This can likely be attributed to the morale increase speculated as the result of the distribution of alcohol. Specimen Samantha received for transport to laboratory 18. This specimen from the cloning vats is contained in an iron lung. Transport needs to be arranged quickly. Specimen is scraping against the inside of the containment unit. Oh dear. Tremors have struck the Groom Lake. Power outages and severe injuries have been reported. Lockdown is in effect. 4 crew members have been reported missing while attempting to restore a tram station to working order. To prevent further loss or injury, the corridor has been sealed and flooded with corrosive gas. Highly corrosive gas.
I'll need to figure something out here.
I assume that I have to have something moving there to open the... What do I have?
Ladies and gentlemen, please take a moment of silence to remember Henry.
Fucking open!
Ask that you join us in recognizing his greatness.
A moment of silence to recognize who? Oh, that's right. We can go to the crew commons. Was that dead body there last time? I don't remember. I think that's how he died. A body lies slumped against the entrance bulkhead with its head hanging forward. It's almost impossible to imagine him having a nap during a long shift.
Wish I could do something.
Help me! You can't hear that. September 27th. I'm getting sick of this bumps and scrapes. I didn't get this degree just so that I could stitch idiots up when they accidentally stab... Oh great, somebody parked a lawnmower at my window. When they accidentally stab themselves with a pen. I want fun experiments. This is too much to ask. It's not like I want to be a mad scientist and sew new arms onto people or anything, although human spiders would be cool. It's a miracle. Security somehow ended up passing a container from one of the cloning vats onto me. It's labeled Samantha. They understand it's to be transferred to Lab 18, right? Oh, well, no reason I can't observe it for a while, right? I'll have my loyal assistant Miriam make up some good excuses for me. This creature is marvelous. The notes included don't say much, but I'm pretty sure that she didn't have a fully formed spine when they packaged this girl up. Described her just being a tail. There are some other bones as well, but I don't major in monster anatomy. I wish I had, though. You can't make this stuff up. Oh, it grew eyes. I mean it. She did not have these last time I checked. They're rudimentary, sure, but they just grew. They follow me around. At this point, I'm going to take credit for Samantha entirely. I mean, they can't prove that there was anything more than some stem cells in that container the last they saw it, right? From now on, Samantha is mine. I can't wait to see what she turns into. Lab 18 is getting suspicious, though, and impatient. I'm running out of excuses for why I haven't transferred Samantha yet. I need Miriam to stall a bit longer. I read her PDA, so I know she wants to turn me in. She wants my job. Fortunately, I have video of her... all of them, so there's my job security. Somebody's been slutting around. This just got serious. The tremors knocked me over the counter and I twisted a muscle in my knee. It's gonna be a long lockdown spent bandaging people up without any access to the full medical wing. Samantha isn't mine anymore. Some other poor fool can take responsibility for this one. I heard shrill screams coming from the entertainment area. The first and last time I performed surgery, the patient woke up and started screaming her head off. Something about seeing your own exposed ribs really bothers people. Anyway, these screams were like that, only more intense. They're the screams of the dying. I've locked the emergency bulkhead. No signs of Miriam. Let's not go into the medical lab. This is a horrible idea. Iron lung.
I'm not sure. Holy fuck.
I don't know what happened. I'm confused. I mean, the sound was jarring, but I didn't see anything on the screen change.
My imagination's playing tricks on me.
Let's check the DNA scanner.
I think this is it.
Excellent. You need to get your blood sample onto the receiving tray, and I'll do the rest.
Well, I do have that empty needle. What could possibly go wrong? Don't sound so happy about it, man. It sounded like he was a druggie injecting something into himself instead of taking a blood sample. A blood sample.
Okay, it's working.
Receiving the genetic info. This is good, John. This is excellent.
Plot twist. John was Samantha.
I can hear something.
All along. Nope, that theory is busted. I was gonna make a joke and say plot twist. John was Samantha all along, but Samantha does not appear to be happy. Enough with the PDAs. Gotta make progress. Dr. Graham is up to no good. This weird pod accidentally arrived at our medical bay. It holds the most terrifying creature I've ever seen in my life. And he says it's beautiful. He wants me to find excuses for why it isn't being transferred to Lab 18. Good thing the guys there like me. I'll help him keep it a secret for now, although I might get his job if I could get him kicked off the groom like. I'll keep an eye on what he's up to. Interesting. This thing is growing all sorts of body parts at ungodly rates. The notes say it was just a tail and some flesh at one point, but I don't even see the tail anymore. What kind of experiments are we doing here? I'm locked out of the medical bay. Dr. Graham has locked himself in there with that thing. We need to help these injured people. Insufferable jerk. I want to use the specimen transport back to get the injured crew members to the medical wing. Even if the ship wasn't falling apart, that's a terrible idea. Excuse me. It's funny to see everyone frantically typing away on their PDAs. Who's gonna read it? The surface of whatever planet's gravitational pull the lifeless groom leg gets sucked into doesn't care about your feelings. Is there anything in here I need to... You know, I'm just gonna run and hope Samantha doesn't You know, I'm gonna save. Actually, that's probably a smart plan. I don't know where else I'm supposed to go at this juncture. All I've got left is a neural drill. Security cameras. No, I've checked that already. Unless they wanted to give me some kind of sudden jump scare with Samantha. No, I've read that. Back. Back. I'm assuming that it unlocks the door if motion is detected. It's gonna be one of them days. Dead body is still there.
There's another door here. I don't see an access panel.
She's on the other side.
Must be the secondary container.
No.
Give me some time, and I'll see what I can do.
I mean, I could just drill through it.
Didn't think that would work.
What I'm afraid is going to happen is she's going to open the door and let Samantha in here with me.
I think that would break.
Yes, it would. That's the point. Okay, that's locked. Pipes and machinery. I've read that. That's Multitude of machines and pipes knitted together, lying redundant. Ooh, a monitor. Congealed blood runs down the frosted glass wall. That should have scared me more than it did, but I was so... My mind was on too many other topics.
What the hell? What's that?
I only picked up a flash in the scanner. A crew member.
No, that was Samantha.
I wasn't a crew member. I wasn't even a person. It was an animal.
The upload finished. I'm going to start the scan now.
Jay, what's going on here?
I've heard things, but I don't know any specifics. You have to believe me.
Maybe it's one of those fucking things that ate Yuri.
I grow plants. I don't care for man's pets.
Just let me know when the scan's finished.
Secondary containment is now accessible. Head through to the other tram station.
That sounds like a horrible idea, given that this is the area that she's in.
Warning. Serotonin levels are abnormal.
I would not be surprised. Dead tree. This constant flickering of the lights does not add to your confidence in this elevator. I don't like this room. Very funny game. Ooh. Thickest section of tangled growth, bulbous knots form a shape eerily close to that of a human body. As you listen, you can hear the rasp of labored breath. Not more PDAs, please! I like reading as much as the next person, but I'd like to make some progress. Another long day in hydroponics. I planted carrots today. This place stinks, but I figure the longer I work for Kane, the sooner they'll be able to replace this defective uterus of mine. Oh, goodness. Oh, that's right. All the people that work here are waiting for organ replacements of some kind. Harry's protective, and not in a cute way. Makes me a little uncomfortable. His attempts to protect my honor, his words, whenever Grant even looks at me, are unnervingly familiar, just like my ex-husband used to do. Not ready for another round of that. Half of the ship's been on lockdown for 2 weeks. Apparently some new scientists boarded today, so maybe they'll be able to resolve the issue. What do I know? I make vegetables reproduce for a living. And they're pretty good at doing that on their own. I have to admit, Harry's whole stalker thing can be great sometimes. He's growing herbs for me so that I can make tea. With all the new security junk, I wouldn't dare use company resources personally like that. I've been pretending to like Grant just a little bit. I don't, but it keeps Harry on his toes. Oh, that's images on the wall. Harry opted to stay on the Groom Lake for another round. He was eligible to leave at the shift change, but he chose to stay. Gee, I wonder why he'd do that. He's a grown man, for goodness sake, but he's acting like a lovesick teenager. He needs to stop calling me Belle, though. It's Isabella, like the Queen of Spain. Keep hearing chatter about a fungal growth spreading all over the Groom Lake. Let's hope it doesn't get here to hydroponics. I'd be devastated if anything happened to my precious celery. Spoke way too soon. Came into Hydro today to find everything coated in this strange fungus. Harry actually had a pretty good idea. What if we fought it with genetically enhanced super mushrooms? The fungus and the mushrooms have joined forces. They're now warring against us. Why? What could possibly... Anyway. Nope, crossbreeding mushrooms did not improve things. Hopefully the emergency rations will get here soon. Unless people want to eat the portobellos from... This stuff is about to get dangerous. People have been beaten up. Some are even dead. We've seen a lockdown before, but it was never a mass panic like this. Will it be over soon? Wherever. Harry told me to stay in the sleeping block because it could be dangerous outside. You know, I've taken care of myself for 28 years without help from Harry. I think I can handle myself. Suddenly she turned southern. I'm not going to spend the final days of my life playing the helpless female, and I'm not going to cling to Harry, even if he is the last human being I'll ever see. He can't expect anything from me. Time for the other one. Couldn't even be bothered to get out of bed today. Nobody came asking questions though, so that works. Sometimes when I first wake up, I wait as long as possible to say my first word of the day. Then that word serves as a prediction of how bad that day is going to be. Naturally, Isabella woke me up by asking if I'd rather... Wow. Thought she was supposed to be some kind of feminist who doesn't need a man. Hypocrite. To answer the question, I'd need to do a bit of research. Harry will suffice for that. I guess I'm obligated to write about the ship lockdown since it's all life-threatening and stuff. I don't know why we even carry these PDAs. Seriously, I will never go back and read this. Groom Lake got a 300% funding increase, and I have a feeling we're doing some shady stuff with it. Welcome aboard the Groom Lake, where as far as the universe is concerned, you don't exist. And as far as the board is concerned, you don't exist either. Nobody actually exists. Humanity's gonna flip out when they finally figure that out. So Grant's gay. I knew I'd seen him checking Harry out. Lips are sealed. It's gonna be a long, painful death if we don't get those rations soon. Might have to start murdering and eating my blockmates. I'll start with Grant, because he's got the most meat on him. Harry's last, because I'm in no hurry to put my mouth on that again. No comment. Hey, someone's making some booze. Humanity has reached the apex of engineering. Space moonshine. It brings a smile to my eye and a tear to my heart. Get me some. Taste, 0 out of 10. Effectiveness, 10 out of 10. The stuff has to be at least 120 proof. That'd be 60% alcohol, I think. Had to do something I totally don't regret to get it, and it was worth it. Liquor supply's running low. Food supply's high. I'm disappointed. Here I was thinking I'd be enjoying moonshine marinated leg of Grant this evening. Disappointing. At least I didn't starve. On the one hand, something exciting happened. On the other hand, we're probably going to die. I have no regrets. Not even that thing I did to get the moonshine. I've been thinking about it over the last couple of days, and I sincerely can't think of anything I regret. Not hooking up with Harry, not pursuing music instead of physics. Nothing. It was all part of what made my life mine. Life carries on no matter what, so I guess it's best to just be satisfied with what little I did accomplish. The universe swallows you atom by atom eventually. You know, I'm proud of how far those atoms made it from when they first got together to form Shelby Isaacson to where they are now. Let's go poke the growth! Can I use the drill? This is a horrible idea.
No. Crazy.
Yeah, well, it'd be cruel, but... Sleeping cot, anything interesting? Organic growth. Profusion of gnarled growths have spread through the sleeping block like roots, covering every surface in the same manner as a choking vine, and I think that's everything in here. I'm probably overloading the microphone trying to do that.
Mother had a lung that was covered in fat. Father had a tongue that was also that.
Is anyone there?
They didn't care for us. We didn't care for them. And so it happened again and again. Skin like a crocodile and eyes like sin. The RG consumed them from within.
I'm gonna save just for safety before the demon children kill me. Another gruesome victim of the indiscriminate slaughter. This one has a strangely wistful look on his face, as if he was imagining an escape into the cheery landscape onto the walls.
Poor bastard. Looks like he didn't even
No!
manage to get out of his bunk.
More PDA! You know what's worse than being a janitor? Being a space janitor. The stuff I have to put up with is unbelievable. I mean it. My job is to control the recycling of methane expulsion from human waste. It isn't bad as an understatement. Plus I can barely understand my coworker. I think he's Polish, but he only speaks Spanish. Isabella's been talking to me. Hope she doesn't have any ideas. I'm really not into that. Even if she was a guy, she's just too difficult to deal with. I think she purposely leaves some shadow of a doubt that she might have feelings for Harry, just so he'll hang around. The poor guy's obsessed. It's creepy, but it's also the teeniest bit sweet. I think Jupiter is finally done growing. She was such a cute little kitten. Now she's big and doesn't cuddle anymore. Harry's allergic. He thinks I keep Jupiter around just to mess with him. Really, I don't. She gets in the way sometimes, but she's the only living thing that really understands me. I love that little kitten. Big kitten. Isabella smacked Harry straight across the face today. I think he called her a pet name to her face. I would have been flattered. Poor guy. Everything's so uneventful around here. Maybe that's a good thing. I've been trying to talk to Isabella to see if she's interested in Harry. I don't think so, but I want to be sure. It would help me sleep a little better. Interdepartmental pool wins 64 days of leave? What a joke. Kitchen security and maintenance aren't even eligible, and when they're the ones that keep the ship running. Oh wait, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, don't send them home, the ship will fall apart. This fungus is everywhere. It's already in the methane collection plant. Shelby's such a cow, she says she hopes it gives me cancer. But that way I could start over with new organs courtesy of Kane Corp, of course. I told her that there was only one organ I really wanted, but that Harry was too busy following Isabel. Shelby said, oh, it all makes sense now. You go, girl. I'm not a girl. Could have been worse. Just hope she can keep a secret. I don't want everyone involved in my business. Mushroom plan and hydroponics came up with is not working. If anything, it made life in the plant just a little more grueling. People have been complaining to me about weird smells coming from the vents. I swear it's not the plant. I can smell it too. Emergency rations. I snuck some food to Jupiter first. She was acting a little loopy. I noticed just today that Harry has the most adorable way of stuffing his face. He always inspects whatever he's about to eat before he takes a bite, then shoves as much of it into his mouth as he can. Ah, the simple things. Power's out in blazes around the ship. Hopefully the plant isn't next. That sure wouldn't end well. Haven't seen Jupiter since the tremors. I can only make assumptions. Oh, I hope she's safe. I don't want Harry to get hurt in all of this either. He's such a little guy. I've been following Isabella around to get close to Harry and make sure he's okay. I don't know what's going on, but suddenly it doesn't matter whether or not he could ever care about me. These guys who went to work on Station B haven't come back yet. I've been trying to sleep as much as I can now that I can stay on my toes. When everything goes bad, I've cried a little as well. Partly because of Jupiter, partly for reasons I don't understand. I don't want to burden Harry by telling him about how I feel. I know how it will confuse and upset him. I'm really hopeful that we'll make it out of here, but Shelby's pessimism is contagious. I don't know. Will I ever have another chance to open my heart to someone? I have to hope so. I just can't tell Harry. Back, back, back. Dead body, again. Corpse has been savaged, its legs nothing more than tendon strapped bone.
I'll never get used to this.
Please no more BDAs! Belle says she's fine, but I'm gonna keep an eye on her. I had a nightmare that Belle killed herself, so I checked on her just to make sure. Hope I didn't wake her. Grant wouldn't have checked on her. That jerk doesn't know I care for a lady. Not a lady like Belle. Yeah, I can already see why she's bothered by him. I sure hope nobody catches me growing these herbs. Space is so empty and cold, and Belle seems like she needs the comfort. I don't care if I get caught, but if I did get caught, Belle would know that I'd truly do anything for her. Belle seems super frustrated today. I stopped asking her what was wrong, but she got really mad the other day when I did that. I feel like I'm making her angry every time I speak to her. She's upset, and I can't do anything about it. She spoke to me today. I'm so glad everything is okay. I lost so much sleep over her last night. If she only knew, she'd feel so special. Grant keeps bringing this cat into the sleeping block. I'm allergic and he knows it. I shouldn't need a shot of epinephrine every time I go to bed. He thinks he's a big guy because he managed to sneak a cat on board. Belle probably thinks he's so cool. Why can't she see that he's a jerk? Decided to stay on the groom lake so I can be with Belle. I don't like it here, but I love her. Some guy in engineering says there's a fungus on the ship. Wonder if it's poisonous. If it is, I bet I can hijack a lifeboat to fly Belle home. Fungus is all over hydroponics. I have an idea, though. What if we engineer another invasive fungus to take out the alien one? Honestly, don't think it'll work. I suggested it as a joke at first, but Belle thought it was a great idea, so now we have to do it. Grant's been following Belle and I everywhere. I know she thinks he can keep her safe, but I know he can't. He's so full of himself. I think Grant's cat died during the tremors and chaos. Good riddance. The guy's been sobbing for almost a day now. Maybe now Belle will understand he's not fit to protect her. Why do you assume she needs protecting? I think I'll die for Belle. It's pretty much been established that something's running around killing people. I'm gonna fight it when I see it. They'll only get to Belle over my dead body. Roar! She'll die knowing I gave my life just to tack a couple seconds onto hers. Good for you, sir. A bed locker. A linen bed sheet. I will take what I can get. Nope, nothing else in there. Okay. Well, everything else is locked, and all I have is a bed sheet. Ooh, torn up floor grating.
This is a long way down.
That would have been ironic. They're good at the ambient sounds, I'll give them credit there. Spookum noise. Papers. I think that was the only one I could get anything out of in here. A locker. Can't reach any of them. Click, 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 click. Well, I know it's a little bit short, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and pause here, and I will see you next time.